Kaminsky. She is in the studio with us. How you doing this morning? And thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. I'm doing great.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
Absolutely. Let me. I did it again. I didn't turn on the microphone. Your microphone is now on. So now you get to say hi. And
Hi. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Welcome to the studio, because we were just out yesterday at Sticks checking out these 41 trees that are all decorated and people have been voting on. Funds going to the United Way of Mason County. And we wanted to highlight it a little bit more this morning from your perspective, and any sort of additional details that we can chat about this morning. The auction is this Sunday, so kind of break it down for those listeners that are listening today if they haven't checked out. Janelle was out there with Lynn Russell and with Bailey there. Talking about the trees and previewing the trees. But from your perspective, Amanda, what is this event all about? Can you share it with us?
Yeah, absolutely. It is an event. This was Bailey's idea all the way, and something that United Way is very proud to help put on. We have 41 trees that are decorated out to the Sticks Bar Beer Garden, and the public is invited to come out and vote on those trees in person. We also have online voting that you can do, or a QR code that you can also scan when out viewing the trees to see them. So it's a fantastic collaboration between local businesses and organizations to raise a little money. And the part I think that I like the most is the trees that are not auctioned off. So we're auctioning off our top 3 trees on Sunday at 6. But the rest of the trees that are not auctioned off are going to Shop with a Cop families that might need a tree for the season, and they'll be fully decorated and everything. So
take us through those conversations, deciding what charity to benefit, because obviously the United Way of Mason County, you're helping families and people right in our community, but you wanted to make sure that you extended that obviously to others with the Shop with the Cop program, an extension there. Take us through the conversations of the why and the reasoning and the ideas behind the Festival of Trees this year, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we really wanted a festive, fun fundraiser for that's family friendly for everybody to come out on. So the conversations behind that, we have our Mason County Family Link within the area school districts, and they partner a lot with the Shop with a Cop program. So it was a very natural progression to reach out to Shop with a Cop and see if they wanted those trees, to see if their families could benefit from them, and they've been a tremendous help all the way through. So it's just they're going to come pick up the trees and everything and deliver them right to the family. So it's going to be excellent.
Which is I'm going to ask a challenge. Okay. The challenge is these are all decorated.
Yes.
So how's the transport going to happen to the families? Have you thought about that? What is that going to be like?
We had several suggestions of wrapping them up in plastic wrap and just taking them, but we're not going to do that. So we are meeting out to Sticks 9:30 Monday morning with our campaign committee and a couple local volunteers to undecorate the trees, box them up, labeling the trees with the numbers and the coordinating box, and then Shop with the Cop will be able to pick them up from there.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work that went into and will continue as part of this project.
Yes.
The best parts, there has to be some moment. I mean, it's a first year event, but there has to be some highlights that have come out of it so far.
Oh, absolutely. I was out there last Thursday and Friday for the decorating of the trees. And I think one of the huge highlights for me was seeing all the groups and businesses and organizations come in and decorate those trees. They put so much thought and care into each of those trees. It was amazing to see. And the huge benefit for them was, being able to raise money for community initiatives for United Way, but also the trees going to families that might need them within the community. So that has been a huge highlight. And I took my 7-year-old out there the other night, I think Tuesday night, and just walking through that with all the lights and everything. It is a fantastic, very festive event. He absolutely loved it. He got to log his votes and everything, so he's really excited. So.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we were out there yesterday, Janelle, and based on we got to say hi to Adam Johnson from Safe Harbor Credit Union. He was, and by the way, speaking of Safe Harbor Credit Union, they have a tree out there,
They
right?
do. They have a very beautiful tree out there. Yes.
That's very cool. So I didn't get a chance to. I didn't have my hand high enough to wave to him. I don't think he saw me, but he was looking over and waving. But when we were out there yesterday and Janelle was doing that live shot, the versus the photos that are there at I think it's Mason County UAW.org, right? Is your
Yep,
website?
MasonCountyUW.org.
Okay, UW.org. Check it out because all the trees, and we were talking about that this morning, most of the trees are taken down in the evening with the lights on, and it really shows. And this Sunday, it'll be dark enough that the trees will be lit. But it's really cool to see that.
It is. And I mean, Sue Brown is an awesome photographer. I give her kudos.
Yeah.
But it's something you have to see in person. It's crazy, like the different kind of trees, and because they're not all the same, like spruce or whatever you call it. I'm not super technical.
She's not
in,
a tree
what
person,
it,
but
no.
it's all right.
No, but it's different, like different trees, like the different kinds that they are. Like it's so cool, and just actually being there and being able to look around the whole tree. I mean, I'm used to decorating my tree against the wall, like in the corner. So it's cool where you can walk all the way around the tree and see everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, and with that thought process is what did you have any input, or was it pretty much this is you show up, you decorate it the way you want to decorate it, and just tell us at the end or show us at the end?
Yeah, absolutely. We left it completely up to the businesses and organizations on how they wanted to decorate their tree, and it turned out fantastic. As Sue Brown's photos, she took all the photos for the website and the Facebook page. Are amazing, but her photos don't even do it justice. It's just amazing, as I said, the thought and the care that went into each of these trees. So all the businesses, all the organizations worked really hard on them. So, but yeah, we didn't dictate or anything on how they should be decorated. So we left that completely up to them, and they came through. So. Yeah.
And just looking at some of the trees that are available for people to see. And again, you can see all the photos, but as Janelle had mentioned, it doesn't do justice without going out to Sticks, being able to walk around and see the different trees.
Experience.
Yeah, it's a stick experience.
It's a stick experience.
Did you just come up with that word?
It's amazing.
That's cool. I want Sticks is going to use that word.
You can use that for Sunday.
Absolutely. Yep. But it is definitely something that you get a chance at least when we were out there yesterday, to look at each tree and not for just a few seconds. You want to take in those trees, because I think every time we looked at a tree, we discovered more about that tree and the decorations. Yeah. And I think that says a lot about those businesses and organizations that came to the table and said, "Hey, yeah, let's do this," and how creative we could be about it, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. All right, Amanda, take us through the logistics at this point. We want people to go out. We want them to vote on the trees.
Yes.
And they can do that by dropping $1 into each, and you can vote for multiple trees, of course.
That's okay.
You can do it digitally too with the QR codes that are on display there. But let's talk about more of the auction and how the day will unfold there at Sticks. Would you take us through that?
Yeah, absolutely. Our event starts at 4 p.m. at Sticks, right out in the beer garden there. We're going to have Santa, the Grinch, along with a photographer taking pictures, that the pictures will be able to be downloaded off a website. From that, we're going to have free hot cocoa, free Christmas treats, and then voting will close at 5 p.m., and the trees will start to be auctioned off and announced. The top three will be announced at 6 p.m.
Okay.
So, and we're our auctioneer is Kurt Vanderwall, so he's going to be doing a good job. So.
All right, looking forward to that. And Janelle mentioned this a couple of times this morning, is that there's a cutoff in regards to the time that people can vote. So it's crucially important that people get out there early, not only on Sunday but even over the next couple of days before before the auction on this Sunday, right?
Right, absolutely. We still want people to be able to walk through and enjoy. We know we still have a Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday morning as well, into the afternoon. So it's a fantastic event to just get out there and walk through with your family, even by yourself. It's okay. So.
Take us through what we didn't talk much about is the funds raised.
Yeah.
What happens to that?
Absolutely. United Way the funds will be used for community-wide initiatives. We have our programs that we do, which is the Lakeshore Employer Resource Network. We're in 10 area businesses helping out connect employees to community resources. As I mentioned before, we also have our Mason County Family Link, which is a community resource coordinator in our area school districts and also out to West Shore Community College that connect students and their families to resources. We also do grants to local organizations, Staircase Youth Services, Habitat for Humanity, the Lakeshore Food Club, to run local programs and that fall within our focus areas. So the thing I love about United Way is 98% of the dollars stay right here in Mason County and go right towards our local community.
Very cool.
And even Pennies from Heaven is also
Yes.
matching dollar for dollar, right?
They are. I forgot to mention that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, Pennies from Heaven has graciously agreed to do a dollar for dollar match up to $5,000. So, of course, that is our goal, is $5,000. We are not quite there yet, so we're fingers crossed we're going to hit it. But they are matching dollar for dollar. So every vote that you put into those trees, every online donation, everything is matched and doubles your impact right in the community here.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
And we wouldn't do justice if we didn't shout out to the provider of the trees as well, Nicholson.
Yes, Nicholson's Christmas Tree Farm. So
Yeah.
they have been fantastic and wonderful to work with. They were happy to donate all 41 trees towards people that need them and towards the families and everything. So that was absolutely wonderful of them. We're so thankful to the Sticks Bar. They have bent over backwards for this event, and it has been wonderful. Photography by Sue Brown for taking those beautiful, beautiful pictures and decorating a tree. And then Pennies from Heaven for the match. So it truly takes a village, and we could not do this without our partners.
Wow, it's very cool. And
It's amazing when community comes together, what
love
you
it
can
so
get.
much.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want and we challenge the community to, and you can, I think there's some of the QR codes that are out there because I see people that have decorated the trees challenging their friends and family members and such to donate. So make sure you do that. But the experience in itself, being in person there at Sticks and seeing all the trees decorated, and the challenges that you had to go through with making sure that they weren't blown over.
Oh, my gosh,
Lynn
yes.
was talking about that yesterday.
That was a huge challenge, yes. Thursday, I was planning on a nice, easy day out at Sticks, like leading people to their trees, like getting to help decorate everything like that, and I was dealing with blowing over trees all day. So it was a tough day, but we made it work. So it's
an
fantastic.
experience.
It is an experience. It's a learning curve for next year, so that we're hoping to make this, an annual event. So we learned a lot of things for this year, for next year to apply. So.
That's right. And let's make sure that it is an annual experience by showing up at the auction, showing up to vote, and just being a part of it. And I think that's pretty cool. Well, Amanda, did we forget about anything to chat about in regards to the Festival of Trees?
I don't think so. Just another, come on out at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Would be excited to see you. I think it's going to be a really fun event.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. It is 9:32 now on 102.7